Thank you, Ms. Bishop. Next speaker will be Sam Al-Hadif. Sir, I'm sorry, you've already spoken. There's no reason to recuse myself. I'll have the county council define why anyone should recuse themselves from this discussion, and it does not pertain to myself.
Thank you, Chairman and members of the board. There are certain instances where you would be required to disclose and disqualify yourself if you had a financial interest under the Fair Political Practices Commission and the Political Reform Act. For example, under Government Code Section 84308, if you had a financial interest, it could require the disclosure and disqualification. In this particular Government Code section, it would be a proceeding having to do with a license, permit, or other entitlement. Also, this is a legislative action. It's not an action on a permit proceeding or license or other entitlement. Also, I know that it was raised about campaign contributions, and even this code section exempts out elected officials from having a financial interest in connection with their campaign contributions. So whether there's a legally imposed obligation to disqualify in this proceeding, I would contend there isn't an absolute legal requirement to do that. Thank you.
Mr. Al-Hadif.
Sam Al-Hadif, Temecula, California. Thank you. I really don't know where to start. Last week I was sort of the one tarred. This week I stand in good company with County Council, the Board of Supervisors, the Sheriff, and I don't know who else. But let me try to quickly get to the chase here. Number one, Ms. Walls drafted this ordinance. Number two, Ms. Walls and I never had a conversation about the draft that's before you today until after it was submitted in a Form 11 and it was made public. Number three, we did provide copies of various ordinances to County Council when this was initially looked at, because we wanted to give the opportunity, when I say we, just me, give the opportunity to County Council to look at what had been done in other cities. This is very common, by the way. When I was city attorney in the city of Indio, I would often call on my friends and colleagues from other cities or municipalities to give me examples of what could be available for a particular ordinance. So I did not find that uncommon or in any way out of bounds. As Supervisor Wilson so aptly pointed out, this ordinance is not yet in effect. So what happened out there, I wasn't there, but from what everything I've been able to understand is that there were violations of the penal code and there were violations of county codes with regard to where people walked or where they didn't walk. It is clear that from the penal code you cannot obstruct entrances. I noticed it on the video there that the mail truck was trying to get through when everybody was standing in the middle of this driveway. Going on, I found it interesting that this ordinance was being contested when it is not yet effective. So having said that, turning quickly to what occurred with regard to constitutionality, the city of Riverside has a very similar ordinance. The distance is different. They went through these issues in 1996 and 1997 when they passed not only this ordinance but an ordinance prohibiting people from blocking entrances and exits of health clinics and the like. Finally, with regard to campaign contributions, I have in the past, over the number of years, given campaign contributions to various elected officials. I will continue to do that. That's my constitutional right. I have never seen anybody influenced by a contribution that I'm aware of, and I've gotten a lot of no's as well as yeses, so I understand that. Having said that, I think what we've done here today is a real hallmark in American democracy. You've given every opportunity over about a 5-month period to a small group of individuals to come in and to lay out their concerns. You've been patient, you've been considerate. I'm not sure they have been as patient and considerate with you, but I appreciate what you've done, and in fact, I appreciate the fact that we all have this opportunity. I think this has been a well-vetted ordinance. I applaud the County Council for their integrity and standing up for what's gone on, and I appreciate the time that I've had to speak to you, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ojeda.
One other point. There was one point, and I apologize.
Make it fast, please, sir.
I will. There was delivered to the board letters from individuals who do reside at the Golden Era campus with regard to their feelings about what's going on. And I might add, parenthetically, I did enjoy the one comment about the individual who said he was happy when the police came because he felt more protected. I guess what happens, though, is when you damage about $3,000 worth of plants, you get arrested. Thanks.
Mr. Ojeda, I don't see any more requests to speak.